What's up everyone, John from Beyond ARTV. Welcome back to another episode of 7 on Sunday. Today we're going to be doing another installment of what probably should be a quarterly series, but I'm just never good at following it up for whatever reason. But today I'm going to be talking about 7 songs that I'm currently addicted to. The ones that I just keep repeating over and over every time they come up on shuffle. I'm just like, yes, maybe I need another listen to this. Let's listen to it 2 times. These are 7 songs that I cannot stop listening to. There will be a playlist down below. I'll even add in a few bonus tracks for all of you out there looking for some extra music. And if you're looking for me to do this on a monthly basis, you want monthly recommendations, I actually do that. I make a 20-song playlist for my Patreon supporters every single month. If you pledge at the $5 or more per month level, it's a great way to get involved, help out ARTV and Beyond ARTV, but also find new music and just stuff that you might have forgotten about in return. There's a link for my Patreon, it's the top one down below, and other than that, you can find the playlist for this video linked in the description. First stop today, Trash Boat. And I know what you're thinking, oh, is this something from regular show? No, it's actually a band that took the name from that. It's derived from that and inspired by that. So Trash Boat have a new single out called Shade. It's off of their upcoming record, and I have to say that I'm pretty excited for it after really falling in love with this track. Now, I can't say that I love everything in this band's discography, at least what they've put out so far, but they have a lot of promise, and I would say that they have influences from everything from a little bit of a heavier sound, but also some pop punk, and this track, Shade, just is the perfect balance of those two things. I love the screamed vocals, especially on the bridge of this track, and just how big the chorus feels. It's loud, it has tenacity to it, and I think this is something that a lot of people are going to keep coming back to all summer long.
Got no worse enemy than the fear of what's still unknown, and the time's come to realize there will be promises I can't keep.
Linkin Park rapper and vocalist Mike SHINODA just put out his debut solo album, Post Traumatic, and this was my favorite song on the LP. Promises I Can't Keep definitely feels like an extension of the Linkin Park persona and personality that he has, and obviously it's in his DNA at this point, so we should expect songs, even on his solo stuff, to sometimes sound like that. And for me, this kind of felt like a hybrid between, obviously, 1,000 Suns. I think a lot of people are drawing his vocal comparison to that, but also the album Living Things. I think I'm getting that musically. It's a nice little twist on things, though, and Promises I Can't Keep just sees him talking about some of the fallout over the past year after Chester Bennington was lost and Mike didn't know what to do with himself. And musically, this track is super engaging, especially once those synthesizers kick in and kind of drop, so to speak, on the hook. It's ecstasy.
Happy birthday! You bitch ass nigga, yup, I'm thirsty. The little shots that you threw, they ain't hurt me. I ain't fuck with your bitch ass in the first place. I ain't got time for these niggas. Better throw a watch at the door. Have my boys.
People be skipping around these countdown episodes of SOS like, I ain't got time for the series. My next pick today is by rapper Tyler, the Creator. It's called I Ain't Got Time off of his album Flower Boy, aka Scumfuck Flower Boy. This track, at least in recent months, has really picked up steam for me. I don't know why. I was already late checking out the album. I covered it in my Albums I Missed of 2017 video over on ARTV, and this track in particular just really stuck with me. And now it's one of those songs that comes up pretty frequently in my playlists, and each time I'm just finding myself just totally vibing out because Tyler's flow is so great, and I love the beat change up, especially in the last act here, and how he's still able to retain the flow, but it's a different one. He just never misses a beat, and this song embraces and aces everything it does.
Thanks to everyone that bought tickets to my shows. I put all the money that you spent right up my nose. Some of my friends might sell drugs, but I just sell sad songs to the ones that feel low.
Oh, Trophy Eyes, such a young band, such a short career so far, but already the complainers are everywhere. Now, I'll say this, I was never a huge fan of their debut album's sound. It was a little bit too rough around the edges for me personally, but I understand that that's just my personal taste. Now that they're putting out their new LP, and I'm very excited for it, fans are apparently accusing them of selling out, and they even addressed that on this track that I am currently addicted to, titled You Can Count on Me. I'm excited for this album that's dropping in August, and I think that you guys should be too. And I think this track here really shows that Trophy Eyes can strike a balance between some heavier tendencies, because it does let out those loud vocals in places, especially on the second verse. I love the screams there. Even if it does feel a bit more restrained than some of the other material I've heard from them, this is great stuff, and it's super melodic and catchy. I love the summery vibes from this song. But also it talks about some darker themes, and it talks about, oh, drugs, putting the money from fans right back up the nose. It's an interesting song, and I think that it really has a vivid spirit about it, something that you could keep coming back to and just chant along to.
She's so fine, and she's always right to drive you wild.
I would say that Soccer Mommy is a great springtime listen, because it is, but also a great summery vibe that I get from especially tracks like Last Girl. This came out on the most recent LP, and I have to say that I find this so fascinating because of the progression of the song, the forlorn guitar in the background of this track, and just the way that she adds the commentary. I wish that I could be like your last girl. She has all of these things that I want to be. And we've heard this scenario before in music plenty of times, but the interesting perspective that Sophie's able to give here is just great commentary. I love how this track feels blissful musically, but it's also kind of just like a lingering impression of, oh, she's really wanting something more with this guy, but is she able to get there? Not exactly sure if she's going to be able to overcome the hurdle of the ex.
It's gonna seem so far, it's gonna feel so hard, until you want the work more than the reward. Till you want the work more than the reward.
Not even 2 years removed from the band's last album that was actually criminally underrated, I feel like at this point. The more I listen to it, the more I love it. Integrity Blues, Jimmy Eat World already have a new 7-inch featuring 2 new songs out into the world. And of those, I have selected Love Never as another song that I am currently playing over and over and over again. And at first, I really did like it, but I just didn't give it enough attention. But at this point, I do feel like it's one of those that doesn't necessarily melt your face off, but has some really skilled guitar playing. There's a solo here that I fully embrace and absolutely love. And then the vocals from Tim Atkins, it's really fascinating stuff. I even like the lyrical content in his commentary on love and how it never maybe existed in the first place. It's a great tune from Jimmy Eat World, and I would love to catch them hopefully on their Integrity Blues tour. I know they're playing a lot of songs that I like from that record, and I think they're playing the new song Love Never as well. And if you guys haven't heard this one and you like Jimmy Eat World, please change that now. Go hear it.
You should let me love you. I can make you change. I could. I would like to love you and try to fix your brain, turn it back to good.
Finally, we've gotten to my last song that I'm recommending today, and that is Pretty by Don Broco, a UK band, and I would have to say here, 50 Shades of Broco, because there's a lot of stuff going on in this track. It starts off with a little studio sample, like them messing around, and then it goes into it. It kind of has these stuttered vocals throughout, also a loud guitar, some falsetto vocals. You should let me love you. And then it goes into a rougher 8 days a week, sucker, 8 days a week, talking about the work that they put in. This track is kind of a little bit crazed, but I love the delirious look in the eye that I get when listening to it. It's an up up-tempo song that also has like a kicking drum that breaks it down in places during the second verse especially. It's wild in the best way, and I seriously love this song. I listened to the album and liked it, but I don't know what it is. When I started recently listening to it when it would come up, it came up one day and I was like, oh yeah, I remember this track, and then I was like, whoa, okay, yeah, I really remember this track. Why am I not listening to this more? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of 7 on Sunday, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the songs that I'm recommending today, the ones that I am currently addicted to. Like I said, a playlist down below, and if you do want the monthly recommendations, then sign up to my Patreon. $5 or more per month gets you into that tier, and I do put out a 20-song playlist every single month. And in fact, if you join now, there's already like the past months that you can catch up on. I think I started this in March, so that's like 4 playlists right there ready to go for you. Please drop a like on the video while you're here and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. The link to my Patreon is the top one down below, or else the annotation in the corner. Feel free to leave suggestions for future episodes of 7 on Sunday in the comment section down below. A couple of recent episodes right here, and I'll see you very soon for more on Beyond ARTV.